Alright, dubbing brush table tutorial, take two. Taking close-ups with my iPhone. That way you can just see the features of it. And then the rest will be shot with my GoPro. I figured out a way to get closer, so I'm hoping that that does it for you. Otherwise, I'm not sure. Alright, here we go. Dubbing brush table, that's it. There's hinges underneath. These hinges fold up and down to raise and lower the table. So when you want it down, just raise up your hinges, lower the table. Okay? I'm shaking. This pin is what you attach your drill to. So this hook goes in the chuck of your drill, and then this is how you turn it. Okay? Also, there is a cotter pin in here, and that keeps this one from sliding to your right as you're stringing your wire. Okay, so this key ring right here is what you attach your wire to, and once you attach it there, I'll twist it back on itself. I always spin towards me, and then I'll run my wire across to this hook. There's an opening right in there that you can just slide the wire in, and I'll make 3 more wraps, and then I'll set my wire off to the side, still attached to the spool. Okay? And then I raise the table. That's pretty much it. Those are the features. Okay? So now I'm going to make a dubbing brush. Man, we're going to make the dubbing brush. So, this one's going to be craft fur again. I kind of like craft fur. I really don't fish small flies anymore, but maybe I will soon. Okay, tools we need. Obviously my material is going to be craft fur. Whoops. Craft fur, just doing it in orange, whatever. Demonstrations, right? And then just some basic flash. So, those are the materials I'm using. Dubbing wax by Wapsi. It doesn't really matter what you use, as long as you got dubbing wax. The sticky kind works the best, I believe. Wire. It's not the uni wire, it's the brassy wire. This is chartreuse, I believe, but that doesn't matter either because you're covering the wire up. Like I said, they make specific wire for this. I believe it's stainless steel. And scissors to cut material if you need them. Pet brush works awesome if you're using the longer material. As you twist it, it wraps on itself, so you have to stop periodically to untangle it and brush it out so it lays perpendicular to the wire. A brass bristled brush works well too, especially if you're going to use dubbing. I have some small side cutters and my cordless drill, which your hook is right here. I made a spot for it. Actually, it's on all the ones I've made so far, so you don't lose it. It's just a cup holder for a cabinet. That's all it is. And that hole's getting a little worn because I've been using your table. Quality assurance, right? So I'm going to chuck this in. It's ready to go. There's that. And easiest thing to do when you start is have the table flat when you're stringing up your wire. So I'll take my wire, put it in this key ring right here, which is what I've found to attach it to. Make a few wraps and then twist it back on itself a few times. There's my tag in. Snip that off so it doesn't get caught in your brush. And then I'm going to run the wire across to this other hook into the space, make a few wraps, and then set your wire to the side because you're obviously going back across to trap the material. So I just set it on top of the table. So now I'm going to raise the table so the wire fits in the groove right in here. I'm just going to pull on this spool right here to make sure the wire's tight in there. Okay, so now we can start laying material. You kind of want each fiber to be aligned by itself. You don't want a bunch of it bunched up in one area. So if it's the longer stuff, I'll trim the ends. And if it's longer also, I'll put the butt ends of the material just over the wire so there's something for it to lock into when you're twisting. The craft fur, I take all the under fur out, so I'm about a third of the way from the butts. I'll pull out all the under fur, and then I'm going to save this for later. I already have all this built up. Alright, battery died. So I've got my material laid out, and I'm going to add some flash. The flash, if it's a longer material, I'll split it down the middle with a wire. That way it comes out even on both sides of the brush when you're done with it. Alright, that's the flash. Now I've got my dubbing basically that's going to lock everything in. Alright, man. Material's down, and now I'm going to apply my dubbing wax. So I'll take this wire that I left connected, and I'm going to run it across to see how much I need to attach it here. That looks about right. And I'm going to use the dubbing wax up to there. So I usually go down and back up. There's that. I'll lay it across, and then once I line it up, I'll put my finger on it, and then I'll make 3 more passes through this key ring. Alright, there's my tag in. So now I'm going to pull this pin right here that was keeping it from sliding. I'm going to give a few twists by hand so it starts. Once I get a few in there, going to lower the table, and I'm going to pinch this far side. Kind of get everything going here. I'm going to attach my drill. So I've twisted enough to where the fibers are trapped, and I'm going to brush out so everything is kind of straight, perpendicular to the wire. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So you keep twisting and combing out. So as you're twisting this thing, the wire is obviously going to get shorter because it's twisting up. And this pin's designed to slide as the wire gets shorter. Pretty broke. But I think we're good though, because that's pretty tight down there. Not pulling any fibers out. So now I'm going to trim it. There's your dubbing brush. I'll put that in with the dubbing table when I get this thing out of here, sent to you. So there you go, man. Kind of like October Splendor Orange for browns, maybe.